So throughout the entire Jacob Trouba trade conversation with the New York Rangers, we had ourselves a rumor that was percolated online by one Larry Brooks of the New York Post. It was a really big deal, and we had discussed it on the YouTube channel. Not in great detail though, mostly because the actual idea itself was shot down very quickly after. But this is the tweet that got everybody up in arms in regards to the New York Rangers and their supposed trade conversations with the Ottawa Senators. Take a look at this. Larry Brooks of the New York Post had himself a column, which he posted on the Twitter, and he said that the Rangers are targeting Brady Tkachuk in trade talks in what would appear to be a whopper. This was a really big deal. Okay, holy crap, the Rangers are going out there and targeting Brady. And then we had, just a few minutes later, on that same day, Darren Dreger says that nothing going on between the Rangers and the Sens. So a slight dunk on Larry Brooks on behalf of Darren Dreger, but that was about it, right? We had seen Brady Tkachuk's name percolate on social media, and there was a thing about him maybe being targeted by New York, and everybody was upset about that. However, it didn't happen. Trouba got traded to Anaheim. We already know the story here, but things are getting more interesting because take a look at this. TSN Hockey reported earlier this morning that Sens owner Michael Andlauer is not happy about the soft tampering in light of the rumors last week about Brady Tkachuk and the Rangers. This is really interesting, and we're going to go over onto this article by Daniel Lusant from HockeyLatest.com, which goes out there and talks about the entire situation. It describes what's going on here. The Rangers accused of tampering regarding the Sens' Brady Tkachuk. New York fires right back. The article starts out by saying, Ottawa Senators owner Michael Andlauer thinks the Rangers are guilty of soft tampering when it comes to his team's captain, Brady Tkachuk. Via TSN's Pierre Lebrun, Michael Andlauer seemed to tell that during the NHL Board of Governors meeting in Florida on Monday, with all the recent speculation linking Brady Tkachuk to the Rangers being a source of frustration. Scrolling down into the article here, let's read this next part. Andlauer's comments came after a report from Larry Brooks of the New York Post, suggesting the Rangers had significant interest in Tkachuk. According to Andlauer, no team has called the Sens to talk about a trade involving their captain, which makes the rumors all the more agitating. The New York Rangers were not too pleased with these allegations, though, and they came back. Via Frank Saravelli, we have a statement from the Rangers on the alleged tampering by Go Sens Go owner Michael Andlauer on the recent reporting that the Rangers were targeting Brady Tkachuk. This is an irresponsible accusation, and we defer to the commissioner's office. Now that language is so funny. It's like, yeah, you guys done goofed. That's irresponsible. I'm telling the principal. I'm telling the teacher. I'm telling Gary Bettman. Stop that, Michael Andlauer. We're not tampering. Yada, yada, yada. And it's interesting because this actually is not the first time that Andlauer has addressed such speculation. The article goes out there and says here, since he took over as owner of the Sens in 2023, he said this is the third such instance where rumors persisted about Brady Tkachuk's future. He feels the NHL needs to take a bigger approach towards what he had termed soft tampering, with the league needing to enforce whatever is in its policies. To sort it out, Andlauer said he'll travel to Florida and meet with Gary Bettman in person at the meetings. Now that is so bizarre. I don't really think we've seen any NHL teams going after other NHL teams for what the media is saying. Not because of anything the Rangers did, but because somebody in the New York beat, Larry Brooks, went out there and said, hey, the Rangers are interested in trading for Brady Tkachuk. And the Senators owner got so pissed off about this that he ended up going out there and just lambasting the New York Rangers in public. Take a look at this tweet made by Arthur Staples. So, if the owner says no one's called on Brady Tkachuk, and the only evidence out there is people saying the Rangers would love a guy like Brady Tkachuk, I'm not sure you'd call that tampering. If it is, every executive in the league is tampering right now. And people actually got pissed off at Arthur Staple because of this tweet, using the quotes that Brooks actually said in the article. The New York Post is learning that Brady Tkachuk has become the primary target of the Rangers. So that kind of spins it a little bit, like, oh, the Rangers are targeting the guy. Interesting. It does try to state a truth as to what the Rangers are doing, but at the same time, it's the media. It's not like somebody within the organization directly saying something or trying to cooperate with an element of another party. It's not like they're contacting Brady Tkachuk himself and saying, oh yeah, like, could you come over to our team? Can you request a trade? No, that's not really how it's going here. And to end off this video, I wanted to go over to the article posted onto The Athletic by Pierre LeBrun that goes over this entire Michael Andlauer, Rangers, Brady Tkachuk, soft-tampering thing. This was from earlier this morning. The reason I'm going over here is because it was posted onto the R Hockey subreddit by NHL on ONL. Did I read that right? NHL on OLN. That's what it is. What a weird username. But they went out there and transcribed some of the quotes made by Pierre LeBrun and Michael Andlauer in this article. Wowee, the quote that was more than a little bit taken out of context, this is it right here. Here's my frustration. I talk about how I care for these players and I care for their families. You make a commitment to a team for 6-7 years. You set roots in the community. You're part of this community. There's a lot of pressure on these young men, Andlauer said, speaking about Tkachuk. Yes, people might say they make millions of dollars, but the reality is there comes a responsibility with that. And when I see our captain, in the 1 year I've been here as a Senators owner, there have been 3 separate occasions where there's been fires we've had to put out. I can tell you 100% there's never actually been an ounce of discussion about Brady Tkachuk being anything other than an Ottawa Senator. Andlauer added that the Sens have never spoken to a team about Brady Tkachuk. He said he's either frustrated with the veteran columnist Brooke if he wrote false information, or if he's being fed false information. And if indeed he's being fed false information, or people are giving this information from another NHL organization, I don't know. We just had a big memo about tampering from the NHL. I might consider that soft-tampering. And it's a really interesting response. It's kind of different, I would say, from the mindset that a lot of people have been percolating online. Like, oh, Michael Andlauer is just pissy that people are talking about Brady. But it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's less of he's upset that the rumors are being spread, but it's more so, hey, where are these rumors coming from? Is Larry Brooks formulating his own random thoughts out of nothingness, or are the Rangers feeding him this info when it's wrong? I mean, he kind of has a point if the Rangers are putting rumors out there. Most teams aren't actively trying to trade their captain, haha, tell that to the New York Rangers, and they probably don't want that type of media attention. Brady isn't getting traded unless he requests it. Move on. In reality, Larry Brooks probably heard a Rangers fan say they wanted Brady in the bathroom and ran with it, or the Rangers are leaking this stuff. We don't know, and we probably never will. A single tweet from a beat reporter prompting this response is pretty ridiculous still. This is, however, the same NHL standard that made a statement about how Perry didn't... Okay, we're not gonna go out there and finish that thought. Yeah, hockey media can be pretty crappy at times, and I think for this, it's a really interesting learning lesson to everybody out there that sometimes NHL people can get a little bit butthurt as to how their players and their assets are being talked about on social media. I mean, the Bedard thing kind of goes out there and, yeah, it kind of solidifies the entire point being made here. I had to censor the end of that. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Rangers and the Sens. The Sens are upset at the Rangers and the Rangers fired back. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what your thoughts are about this situation. Because for me personally, I think... I don't know, I feel like it's kind of easy to bag it and tag it. Like, it's just kind of entertaining, really, to see this rivalry, this feud go down, especially since both parties didn't really have anything to do with it at the beginning. It was Larry Brooks going out there and making a post on the New York Post website saying, yeah, like, they're going after this guy. And now, all of a sudden, both of the teams are fighting with each other. Andlauer saying, oh, he's soft-tampering, and the Rangers fighting back saying, no, you're being irresponsible by making those comments. We're going to go right to the commissioner. And Andlauer's like, yeah, I'm going to fly to Florida, and I'm going to meet with Bettman there too. We're going to talk about this. So, yeah, somebody might be held accountable for their actions, maybe. It's not going to be Larry Brooks, after all. He's just doing his job. At the end of the day, he's a journalist. His job is to get eyes onto the Post, people buying those subscriptions and seeing those ads, and that is exactly what happened last week. Because, look, the article that he made talking about Brady Tkachuk being a Rangers target was behind a paywall, and a lot of people had to pay in order to see it, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as to how this entire thing is going to go down. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.